Hey, it's Wendy Robbins. I produce The Marijuana Show, which is on Amazon Prime, seen by millions of people. We're really lucky. It's been called Shark Tank for the cannabis industry. We've actually been seen by 250 million people through mainstream press, which is awesome. And so a lot of people ask me, because really people come to me and say, I want millions of dollars, or, I want to understand more about hemp. I want to know about CBD. Can you tell me about opportunities? And that's why I decided to talk to my friend, Dr. Erin Pollinger, who I've got on the line with me, who you're seeing right now. And she's a chiropractor. And I think that's just awesome because my chiropractor recommended hemp oil to me. And I wondered what it was and like that. And so basically, Erin really has something that's really awesome. And many people have asked me questions. So I'm just going to ask questions. By the way, hi, Erin.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself as a chiropractor?
Sure. I've been practicing chiropractic for about 20 years now. I have a really moving story about how I got into the profession. I was going down a very dark, hard road in my life when I was about 19 years old. And I found my first chiropractor, and it changed everything for me, really. I really got my life back as a result of this profession. And about 6 months into seeing that chiropractor, I knew that that was what I was meant to do. And I enrolled in chiropractic school when I was 19, 20, graduated when I was 24, and I'm now 44. So I've been doing it 20 years. I practice what's called network spinal analysis. And it's just been one of the biggest blessings of my life to serve in a profession that really has such incredible impact in people's lives.
Absolutely. Well, so can you answer what is hemp oil? A lot of people don't know what hemp oil is or cannabidiol or any of that. Can you explain it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I'm new also. 2 years now, I've been researching hemp oil and the endocannabinoid system. It's because the endocannabinoid system is a really recent medical discovery, 25 to 30 years old, which is recent. Might sound like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not at all. And so before I got introduced to Prime My Body, I didn't know what this endocannabinoid system was. I didn't really know how hemp oil worked or why it's so important for people. And now after 2 years of researching and having all my patients, not all, but most of my patients are on the oil. My friends, my family, people that I love, my huge team is on the oil. So, and hearing the testimonials and how this oil works for people, I'm a huge fan and really believe that every single person on the planet needs hemp oil. Now, what is hemp oil? So hemp oil is it's the hemp plant, right? So it's cannabis sativa, but it has less than 0.3% THC. So hemp gets you healthy. It doesn't get you high. Our oil has 0.002% or less THC. And so it's packed full of what's called phytocannabinoids, cannabinoids from plants. And this is a really exciting conversation for all of us chiropractors to really be abreast of and in the know of, because we're really concerned about helping people with their health on a really high level. So we must know what this endocannabinoid system is and how it works and how hemp supports that. So we've got an endocannabinoid system in our bodies. We have receptors in our brain, in our spinal cord, in our peripheral organs. Women have the highest concentration of cannabinoids in their uterus, which I find fascinating. And this system is responsible for bringing the body into homeostasis. So helping the organ systems work as they're meant to work, specifically the nervous system, the immune system, and the endocrine system. And so we're supposed to be making endocannabinoids from within. Two of the main endocannabinoids are anandamide, the bliss molecule, and 2-arachidonic acid, the motivation molecule. Now, because we're so toxic, because we're in such a state of fight or flight, as all of you chiropractors know, that's what we do all day. Patients come into our office and we assess how much of a state or fight or flight are you in? And then we help them reorganize their nervous system so they can get more into alignment, more into parasympathetic. And so this, endocannabinoid system is kind of like the master overarching control system of all these other systems. Again, I had no idea about this. I thought the nervous system was the overarching master control system. And because we're not producing these endocannabinoids as we're meant to, because we're so stuck in fight or flight, because we're so toxic, this endocannabinoid system in most human beings is severely depleted. Therefore, the nervous system isn't functioning well, neither is the immune system or the endocrine system. So, us as chiropractors, and I'm sure Wendy would have maybe gone into asking this question, but I'll just kind of roll with it because I'm on a roll here. The nervous system, right? We are chiropractors. We are in the business of helping people reorganize their nervous system. And I love D.D. Palmer. I just love his philosophy. And he said that his whole intention behind chiropractic was to help unite man the physical with man the spiritual. So his intention was to help people get out of this fight or flight sympathetic overload space into parasympathetic, into rest, relax, repair, where the brain wakes up, where people can be more connected to their innate intelligence and really their soul purpose. So I love how he talks about that. And that's our job as chiropractors. We focus on the nervous system. And so, with our oil packed full of phytocannabinoids, we take it under our tongue. It's a sublingual delivery. And so we take it under our tongue, 1 pump, 2 pumps, 4 pumps, whatever works for you. Within 30 to 60 seconds, these cannabinoids go into the blood, feed this endocannabinoid system, and then the nervous system can go from fight or flight, sympathetic overload into parasympathetic, which then it just makes our job so much easier. It also helps the immune system. It's an immunoregulator. The immune system is suppressed, it bumps it up. If it's overactive, it suppresses it. And the endocrine system, hormones that regulate mood, sleep, digestion, appetite, energy. We take the oil, cannabinoids feed the endocannabinoid system, and the endocrine system is supported. We're sleeping better. We have a better mood. We have more energy. Our digestion shifts, our metabolism shifts. Honestly, it is the most incredible ally for me in my practice. And the way that people are responding and the results that they're getting with both the adjustments combined with the hemp oil, it's astounding. People don't need to come in as often. They have something as they're traveling to support them if they can't make it into the office. It's absolutely incredible.
Well, I'd agree because I have issues sleeping. And for me, the oil just really helps me sleep. I did not want to take pills. I didn't want to be addicted to things. When I deal with something that might be painful for me personally, when I use the oil, it seems like it's got an anti-inflammation kind of thing going on. So it's good. Feel free to explain that more too about the anti-inflammation part to it. And then also, why should people, they may think, well, it could be marijuana. I could get high. Is it legal? Is it legal everywhere? Can you address those questions too?
Absolutely. So again, both marijuana and hemp are from the cannabis sativa plant. But hemp has 0.3 or less percent THC. And what makes our oil so unique and so special is our chemist, Dr. Christopher Shade. He's a double PhD chemist. And first, the plants are grown organically, which is important because hemp can suck out toxins from the soil. He then uses a 2-part extraction process, the second part of which gets out all the detectable THC. So this oil wakes up the brain. The cannabinoids wake up the brain, right? They light up the brain. It doesn't get you high. It gets you energized yet relaxed, right? Really at the same time. So, 0.002% or less THC, that's barely anything. Again, hemp gets you healthy, not high. So yes, it is legal. It is legal everywhere in the US, which is really exciting. And we're going global. We just opened in Japan and Taiwan, soon Canada, Mexico, next year, Europe. So this is a global hemp revolution that truly, truly is changing people's lives. And Dr. Shade, one more thing about him is that what's so special about our oil is that he processes the oil with what's called liposomal nanoemulsification. So the oil is broken down into small little liposomes, each one covered in phosphatidylcholine, which that in of itself is a potent brain food. And it allows the oil to get absorbed more effectively. Every ingredient in the bottle is placed there for the absorption. So our oil is more pure, more potent, and more absorbable than anything else out there, because of the way he processes it and because he's the master of absorption. He's world renowned for his liposomal delivery systems. It's about 5.5 times more absorbable than any other oil, which is why it's working so well and so quickly and effectively.
Yeah, I'm glad you addressed that because I was going to ask you about that. And there's a lot of hemp oils out there. There's just a ton. And if you go to Amazon Prime, and you'll see just tons. But when they're tested, they're not coming out pure. They're not coming out with what they say they are. So be careful about that. And that's what I like is this is lab tested. It's third party tested. It's verified. It's coming from an organic farming situation. It's like that. So you're not going to end up with mold and mites and mildew and some of the things that others do have. And if we say that it's potent, it is really potent because the nano, and is there anything else that you'd want to explain about nano, or do you feel like we've explained that really well?
Um,
I mean,
I think,
absorption is
that's it. I mean, really simply, it's just, we're not changing the molecular structure. It's just breaking it into little particles. And then the phosphatidylcholine is so important for you as chiropractors. We have doctors on board who are just as excited about that, right? We have, two of the biggest brain researchers in the world on our team. And it's fascinating when you see these studies come out, but they did pre-scans and then 2 weeks on the oil and post scans, and to see how the brain changes. And again, we're chiropractors. We're in the business of changing people's nervous systems, which is the brain, the spinal cord, all the nerves that go to every cell, organ, tissue, muscle. That's our gig. That's our jam, right? That's what we love. So this oil to see these scans that these two top in the world brain researchers are doing with our oil, it's just profound, to really have the scientific data to back up what we're telling people.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's pretty incredible. So, if people are listening, there's two questions that I would have for you is if you're able to speak to any results that are really interesting that a chiropractor would want to hear, and then is there potential business opportunity too for a chiropractor?
Absolutely. So for me, 2 decades in chiropractic, I love being a chiropractor. I honestly think that we're the most blessed people on the planet. What we get to do, how we get to serve, it's just, it's really special, as you all know. But doing anything 20 years in a row, right? That's like, I turned 40 and I really looked at my life. And as much as I loved it and felt so grateful, I wanted more freedom. I wanted to travel. I'm building a retreat center in Costa Rica with my father. I wanted to continue doing that. I'm a mother of a beautiful 18-year-old daughter who I hadn't had saved money for her college education. I've got that handled now after 2 years in Prime My Body. I'm now the lead female earner in the company. And the amount of money that I'm making here, chiropractic, I'm also a life coach, chiropractic life coaching cannot even touch it. And so when I turned 40, my prayer was, I want more freedom. I want to travel. I love to travel, right? I want to travel. I want to make money while I travel. And I want to help people. You're all chiropractors, right? We can't not help people. If we're doing something that we're making money, that it's not service-based, it doesn't feel good, right? It just doesn't feel good. So that was part of my prayer. I wanted to do something where I was really serving others and lifting others up and helping people live their best life, which is what this oil is about. It changes the brain, helps people make different choices so that they can really be more fully expressed, which again is chiropractic at its finest. We're helping people be more of who they are through the work that we do. So, 2 years ago, I called this in because let's face it, who of us really wants to go into the office day after day after day after day until we're 80? I certainly don't. I don't want to see 200 patients a day to make the money that I'm making now. That's some people do. That wasn't me, right? And so I think healthcare practitioners in general want this greater freedom. This opportunity is truly, truly unparalleled because of the timing. We're a baby company. We just celebrated the year launch of our company. And we're marrying, blasting out globally the best of this next booming industry, which is cannabis. Let's face it, cannabis, this is the industry of our time. 7 billion this year to over 20 billion by 2020, which is just a few years away, right? This is exploding. This is the industry where people are really paying attention to, not only for health, but also for wealth. And we talk about both within Prime My Body, because I believe that wealth is part of health. And the more resourced we get by money, the more vital, the more energized, the more able we are to be generous with other people. So, we're pretty much ground floor. We've only been around, the oil's only been out for 2 years. We're about to launch into more of these other countries. Right now we're in Japan and Taiwan, and soon Canada and Mexico, and then Asia, or Europe rather, next year. And then we've got new products coming online. We've got a pet product in just another week coming on board, and you might be able to hear my sweet puppy here coughing. She's 12. She's just started the oil, and I can't wait to get her on our oil. I just cannot wait, because what I've seen with her and her coughing, she used to cough like that all day, every day. With other oil, it's gone down to next to nothing. And then I know with our oil, it's just going to be that much better. So pet product, really exciting. And then, and then we'll be in stability. We haven't even hit momentum. We're right about to hit this wave of momentum, which is when you want to pay attention to something like this. So it's really, truly, again, one of the biggest blessings of my life. We're building community. That's what we're doing. We're ushering people in, building community, building teams. And yes, network marketing. I had never done network marketing before. I kind of swore I would never do it. But what I know now about this industry is that, you can really make as much as you want with no cap. Of course, we never promise or guarantee any source of income, any income. But with what this is, ground floor, marrying the best of this next booming industry, I believe anyone can experience the level of success that they desire here through this industry that is network marketing, which I truly at this point have come to learn and know that it's all about freedom. It's all about service, contribution, building community, creating a legacy, taking your power back to really live your life according to your map and not somebody else's map. So I'm a huge fan, and yeah.
I am too. And you know what? You don't need to work it like a network marketing business. Like if you're somebody that just says, I don't have time, I don't really want to build a team, I don't want people calling me and that kind of thing. That's just not my thing. That's fine, because there's still an opportunity to buy the product and then resell. So, don't be worried about that. If you're somebody that's had a feeling around network marketing, don't be scared of it. Because for someone like me, a lot of times I'll sell all the bottles, just wholesale retail, because that's more of a comfort zone for me. So not an issue. Also, you could just try it, be a customer. That's really just to see, is this different than others out there? Is this something that, feels good? If you're somebody that does muscle testing like my chiropractor does, and he was just like, oh my God, like off the charts. It was just a big fat yes. So again, I don't know what it will be for you on, how you test a product, but obviously putting it under your tongue and holding it for 30 to 60 seconds and just, hanging out there and watching the balance, the homeostasis coming, it seems like it's really rapid, unless you're doing a lot of medicine or if you're somebody that uses a lot of THC. That's my feeling, is that's a little bit slower. Is there anything else that you want to say, Erin, before we sort of wrap it up?
I do want to, before I forget, this is a dietary supplement. So we don't ever claim that that this oil heals, cures, treats any disease or illness. That's important for us chiropractors, you chiropractors, to know that this isn't, we don't call it a medicine. It's hemp oil. It's a dietary supplement. And, like Wendy said, it's if it feels good for you to move forward as a customer and try it and just sell it out of your office, awesome. That's great. And, if you feel inspired, like, wow, I want to learn more about how do I join the team and what does that look like? And for me, I did this very part-time in the beginning. I did have my full yes when I was, I knew this was an answer to my prayer, a 2-year long prayer. So I dove and committed and had my full yes, but I still had a full practice, coaching and chiropractic. I was a single mother, building a retreat center in Costa Rica. I thought I was full. I was like, how in the heck am I going to do this? But I had my yes. I knew that this was my prayer. And so I did a little every day, an hour, maybe 2 hours some days, maybe a half hour some days. Little by little, I watched this thing build. And with the level of support, our team, we take such good care of our people, and we want to hear, why are you here? What do you desire? How much time can you put in? We do calls like this. I show up and I support, Wendy here, Karen and Wendy, to build their business, right? So we use each other. We use our upline for support. The level of support here is unparalleled. I've never felt so held and supported and guided in building a business, which if you are getting the excitement to join the team, I just want to assure you, you will be really well supported and well trained. And in the beginning, you don't have to make this a full-time gig. You absolutely don't. I can say I'm putting most of my energy into this right now because I'll always be a chiropractor. That's never going to go away. This opportunity won't always be what it is.
Good. I'm having an issue with my wrist. Can you adjust it like right now? No, kidding. Just anything to make you happy. Okay, now that Erin's gone, I can really talk about her. What I can tell you is she's amazing. I've been working with her for 2 years. She's the reason why I said yes to Prime My Body into this opportunity, because her passion, her inspiration, and knowing that I could be her business partner was a big yes for me. And the fact that we're going into Japan, going into China, can you imagine that? And I know right here, right now, that you are trading your time, your time for money. So if you don't work, if you get sick, if you just don't feel like working, if you're vacationing, you don't get paid. With this, you do. So what I want you to do is I want you to try the hemp oil. Just that simple. Try it. See if it works for you. See if it works for your clients. Then what I'd like you to do is connect with me about a business opportunity. It's a huge business opportunity. I am certainly welcome to, I can answer any questions that you've got. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. Erin's here to talk to you one-on-one so that you can really just be taken care of. Again, we're not selling anything. We're really here to say, yes, it's a very limited opportunity because there's only so many people we can work with, honestly. And when I say work with, I mean really support you, not just pretend support. Really support you, support your business, make sure that you're taken care of, make sure that your clients are taken care of. And I know that that's what matters to you. So again, it's first come, first serve. And bottom line, this has gone out to 10,000 different chiropractors, 10,000 chiropractors. It's going to be first come, first serve. I hope that you're the one that reaches out, that feels something, that either gets the hemp oil or says, yes, I'm open to a business opportunity. Tell me about it. I'm in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. See you in Japan. See you in China.